Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Thinking too much when dealing with women can become a problem. And this is what I mean, thinking too much. Sometimes as men, we tend to want to analyze every little thing a woman does, or especially in her response to us, and we trying to figure out all of this stuff. And honestly, sometimes that can be an issue. That can be an issue because you're thinking too much. Women aren't that deep. And this ain't going in on women or anything, but sometimes they just like a guy. They not liking a guy because his jaw measures a certain thing or he measures a certain height. Women, they just like a guy. Sometimes they ain't that deep. It might be some just being you that they like you. You know? They might not have any other deep thing, or they not calculating what they can get from you and stuff. In general, yeah, there's some calculating women out there, of course, but women aren't that deep. Sometimes they just like you for who you are. That's why I always say just work to be your best self and then see which women are down for that. That's a very important thing, because a lot of guys are messing it up because they trying to figure it out or something, or they thinking the woman is scheming when she might not be. You know what? Contrary to popular belief, all women aren't evil or scheming or all of that. Sometimes they might like you for who you are genuinely. And if you're that person who's never experienced that, well, that's when you improve yourself. You got to look at yourself. You got to say, okay, I'm not getting it at all. It's not the women, because you're the only thing the women have in common. No, it's something within you. But then that's a good thing, because then you have total power over that. And let me get into that a little bit deeper. Because you get many men, they want to blame women for everything. Well, they this and they that. And I've told women this. The only thing, that those women who are dealing with a certain man, or the certain man receiving this treatment, have in common is him. So he has the power to change it. And like I said, I've told women that. I remember a woman, she was complaining about all these guys being dusty. And I said, the only thing that they have in common is you. Oh, she had to stop and think about that one. But it's the true thing. So, you know what? But sometimes what's happening is some guys, is like they got to have all this science and, well, the woman ain't this, or thinking this, or, the woman's measuring and all of that. I'm not getting a woman because my jawline don't measure a certain thing. Look, let me tell you something with women. When they check out a man, it's not mathematical ways or logical ways. Let me tell a story. This was back when I was working on a summer job, back in a long time ago. And this woman, she was like straight up telling me, nah, you ain't this, Ron, you ain't that. Which, looking back at it, apparently she thought I was something. Now, I remember I came into work one day. I was wearing a type of polo, actual polo, certain pants, shoes, everything, standing a certain way. And she said, oh, you're fine now. Of course, I was trying to stand that way the rest of the day. But that's how women think. See, understand something. Women, when they looking at a man, they not going to look at a man the same way that a man thinks a woman's looking at him. See, we're thinking logical. As men, we're thinking, well, yeah, they looking at this, and this. It's like, women are checking you out on small things. And I've said that several times. I've talked about shoes, and several women have confirmed that. You got several channels where they say, oh, they're checking out a shoe. They checking out your fingernails. It's because the nature of woman is to look at every single thing about you. And it could be something you ain't even thinking about. You might approach a woman and she's turned on because of the way you walked over to her. Your head was held up high, your shoulders was square and everything. And that could have been it. It could have been the tone of your voice. It could have been several things. But see, the thing is, don't try to think about it too hard. Just say, oh, it works. Okay. Boom. That's it. Just think, okay, yeah, this works for me. Why not just keep doing it? Because women can think several things. I've told the story several times about this real attractive woman. Now I thought I had, body was tight, fitness model tight. I thought I was looking good. I had the education, had all of this. She let me know she didn't think much of my looks. She never did compliment me on my body. And she had zero concern about my education. She said she liked me because I went grocery shopping for my grandmother and I coached some kids in soccer. Now, here's the thing. That's just the reality of women. You don't know what a particular woman wants, needs, or whatever. I talked about that in my book, Nice Guys and Players. Because you have some women, they have a need to nurture. So they might skip over that dude who got everything together, look like he don't have anything he really need the woman for. He's thorough. Now, normally a thorough man would get plenty of women. Hey, that's why I encourage it. But you're going to get some women, they might skip right over that thorough man, or if he approaches them or he's around, they ain't showing any interest. And they'll deal with that bum dude. They will deal with that bum dude, and it's not for a control thing. It's just their nurturing instinct. It's their nurturing instinct. I've talked about the house of the woman several times. You get a situation where, it could be she wants to nurture a guy. All right. Another woman, she might like the guy, not because of strong to how he looks, but he's real intellectual. He stimulates her mentally because she's intellectual. Another woman, she could like that guy who's that hustler and everything. And not for his money, because she's hustling herself. So she wants to be around a man who has those same traits. Because it ain't for the money. In fact, when you see there are women who go for men who have money, not so much because they had to have the money. They actually have a deep attraction for the drive to make that money. And then you have some women, they just totally on a party thing. They'll skip over that guy who is, sharp, everything. That guy who want to go out and party, dance and everything. See, ultimately, here's the thing that you can really count on with women. They ultimately go for the man who meets their needs. They go for the man who meets their needs. This is very important to women. This is very important. See, as men, don't think about it too much. If a woman is showing you some attention, she's showing that she has some interest in you and stuff. Just realize it's something. And it's not, like I said, it's not always what you're thinking about. You might be presenting one thing and she's thinking about something totally different. You never know. Don't think about it too hard. In fact, I remember there was a time, and I learned this game from women, because I have 4 women in a short period. They say, Rom, you thinking too much. Very attractive women. Women trying to come over and all of that. I'm trying to think, oh, okay, yeah. These women want this, and this. And they were like, it ain't that deep, Ron. We just like you. You're cute. I mean, seriously. That's all it is. And stuff. And just to be clear, anybody who trying to give you like dating advice, relationship advice that say everything was perfect for them, they capping. I'm letting y'all know some stuff because either I went through it, I witnessed it personally and everything. And I don't want younger men to make the same mistakes. And one of the things is thinking too much with a woman, because sometimes you can think yourself right out of the 90. Seriously, you think it's like, damn, hold up, that woman just like you, period. Sometimes it ain't even that deep. She might not even know why. She just like you. Like, we don't talk about that enough. She just like you, period. All right. So anyway, don't think too much about it. All right. Don't think too much. If she like you, she like you. If she don't like you, well, you don't know what it could be. Like, let me just touch on. I was about to end this. Let me touch on that part. The nature of women is you say one little thing. You say one little thing or do one little thing that just turn them off. That's just their nature. It's part of the game. So don't think about it too hard. In fact, just think, does she like me or does she dislike me? Is she an asset or a liability? Is she in cooperation to my operation? That's it. So anyway, That's all I had for today. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.